that made this heart adore you. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. King of all days, oh so highly exalted. Humbly you came to the earth you created. All for my sin became whole. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. And I'll never know how much it cost to see my sin upon that cross. I'll never know how much it cost to see my sin upon that cross. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. So here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me.
Today you are here where a great thing has happened. And that great thing is the coming together, the fellowship of a common bond. We have people from many different geographic locations. At the same time, these people from different geographic locations also have a background that is from different geographic locations. So we might be from New Jersey, but our heritage might be from Syria, or from Russia, or from Egypt. Now, in all these different things, we've come together here, and what has brought us together? When I was growing up in Freehold, New Jersey, about an hour south from here, I went to school, and I knew I was Orthodox, and I was born and raised in the Orthodox Church, and I kind of understood what that meant, but did I really understand? At the same time, did I have any other Orthodox friends? In my school, I didn't really have that many other people that I knew that were Orthodox. There was this very interesting thing. There was this one kid that I met, and he had just moved in, and he was a very straight arrow kind of kid, and he didn't talk much. And then I always wanted to talk to him, but I never did. And the funny thing was, on the day of our graduation, I found out something very crazy. That he was Orthodox. The way I did was because his father, who was an Orthodox priest, came up in a black cassock and cross, and I go, oh my God. And for the longest time, I had gone to school with this one fellow student, and I never really saw, or never really brought that, communicated to him that I was Orthodox, and he was a person that we were probably sitting in the same lunchroom for years together, and we were probably fasting at the same times, and we were probably sitting at that lunch table, and someone goes, "Why are you not eating meat right now?" And they were like, it's Lent. It's like, but Great Lent already passed. We were like, well, there's other ones. But here we are today as people that share in something great. We are people who are rich because we each share in a treasure. We are the people that have found that treasure in a field. We have found that treasure in a field that made us to give everything away and give everything we had for that treasure. That treasure is a faith that is so rich, so deep, so amazing that it is worth dying for and is worth living for. That is orthodoxy. We share in a faith that is so powerful that it can save lives. And it saved my life. And it makes me stand here as a priest in the Indian Orthodox Church. I failed to introduce myself before. My name is Father Vijay. I'm proud to stand here and see all of your faces, see all of us together, because this is a dream that I believe the fathers had envisioned. Today, you have a great task. That great task is that you not only stick to who you know, but that you go to introduce yourself to others. That you do not make the mistake that I made of not finding out who my Orthodox brothers and sisters are. But go up to as many people today, not fearing any kind of shame. Don't think, I don't want to make a fool of myself. No. I want each and every one of you to meet each other. Today we have scheduled the day in such a way that you have the ability, we will be hearing a few great messages, as well as the main other component that we are looking for is for you to make new friends. So that when we leave this place, we don't suffer alone at that lunch table. We don't suffer alone against this world that is trying to drown out the truth that comes through our faith. That we can stand with others and find fellowship with them, that we can help each other in ministering. We can help each other in growing in our faith. We can help each other in witnessing to orthodoxy to a Western world that has forgotten that Jesus is from the East. Today is a great day, and it calls you to do great things. It calls you to look at one another and say, that is my brother, that is my sister, and to go introduce yourselves. So I hope that you take this one very important task to heart. Make friends. Love your neighbor as yourself. I had the honor and the privilege of introducing today's speaker, the main speaker for today. And I am blessed to be one of his students. And one of the best parts of my seminary experience was being in classes with Father, very Reverend Dr. John Baird. He is known throughout the world as one of the premier scholars in ancient Christianity. And he is the dean of St. Vladimir Seminary. And as archpriest of the OCA, Father John is one of those people that when we were deciding who to call for this event, we know that he was a person that could actually bring to life the saints. Bring to light the faith that draws us all together. So, it is my pleasure. It is my honor and it is something that you all should be proud and glad that you have the opportunity to hear. That today we will hear a word from very Reverend Dr. John Baird.
Thank you very, very much for those kind words of introduction. And thank you everybody for being here today. It really is not only a beautiful day outside, as Father Vijay was saying, but just an absolutely spectacular, beautiful event to see everybody here gathered together on this Thanksgiving weekend to spend a day reflecting on your faith, meeting each other, getting to know each other, and to grow ever deeper in our spiritual understanding of what is actually given to us through our church. It's wonderful to see all our graduates from here. It's really great to meet you all again. The subject I want to talk about is, I've called it becoming human. You know, we think we know what it is to be a human being, but that's not what the fathers tell us. And they speak really quite paradoxically about it. St. Irenaeus of Lyon, in one of his writings, he pens lots of very, very memorable phrases. And in one of his writings, he has this really beautiful sentence where he says, "The glory of God is a living human being." The glory of God is a living human being. Written by St. Irenaeus of Lyon, writing in Gaul, in France, at the year 180 or so. In his youth, Irenaeus had known St. Polycarp of Smyrna. He came from Asia Minor, made his way to Rome and then to France. And Polycarp of Smyrna, in turn, had known the Apostle John. So there's a long lineage going all the way back to the theologian, John the theologian. The glory of God as a living human being. Beautiful words. But what do they mean? What is a living human being? Who is a living human being? If we go back a few more years to the turn of the 1st to 2nd century, to a period within living memory of Christ and his apostles, we come across another figure who says something similar. St. Ignatius of Antioch. St. Ignatius was taken from Antioch to Rome to be martyred in Rome. He was taken by guard, he was forced to walk, to travel from Asia Minor all the way through to Rome. And while on his travels to Rome, he met with various Christians from different groups all around, and then he wrote them letters. He really must have been a strong and remarkable man who was taken under guard with bodyguards all around him to be martyred, and yet he nevertheless managed to find time to write letters to the various Christians that he met. And then he sent a letter to the Christians in Rome in anticipation of his coming there. And in this letter to the Christians in Rome, he implores them that whatever they do, they should not interfere with his coming martyrdom. He's journeying slowly but surely towards a gruesome martyrdom, but he embraces his fate with joy. He tells them, don't interfere, don't try and get me out of it, don't try and bribe the judges or the guards. And then he writes this is in his letter to the Romans. He says, "It's better for me to die in Christ Jesus than to be a king over the ends of the earth. I seek him who died for our sake. I desire him who rose for us. Birth pangs are upon me. Suffer me, my brethren, hinder me not from living. Do not wish me to die. Suffer me to receive the pure light. When I shall have arrived there, I shall become a human being. Suffer me to follow the example of the passion of my God." Think about what he just said. Do not wish me to die by trying to get me out of my martyrdom and keeping me alive. That for him would be death. Do not hinder me from living by stopping me being martyred. I'm about to be martyred, and this martyrdom is my birth. The birth pangs are upon me. And then he says, when I shall have arrived there, I shall become a human being. So he's not yet human. He's only going to become human when he finally dies in confession of Christ in his martyrdom. Now, compared to how we normally speak, the words are completely reversed. Life and death are reversed. He's dead now, he's about to come to life. His martyrdom is a birth, and it will be a birth in which he will become a human being, or the new human being, as he refers to Christ the faithful martyr. So death is a defining moment. It's not the end, but it's the beginning. It's not disappearance, but it's revelation. Do not wish me to die. Do not stop me from living. The birth pangs are upon me. When I shall have arrived there, I shall become a human being.